In a landmark ruling, the Supreme Court of India has declared that digital access is a fundamental right and directed the state to ensure inclusive digital infrastructure for all citizens, especially those from rural and marginalised backgrounds. The judgment was delivered by a bench comprising Justice J.B. Pardiwala and Justice R. Mahadevan. The court was hearing two public interest litigations, or PILs, one of which was filed by acid attack survivor Pragya Prasun. She had faced significant hurdles in completing the Know Your Customer, or KYC process at a bank due to severe facial disfigurement. Her experience formed the basis for a wider conversation around digital exclusion of people with disabilities. Justice Mahadevan, who authored the judgment, has stated, "The right to digital access emerges as a distinct component of the right to life and liberty, necessitating that state proactively design and implement an inclusive digital ecosystem, not only for the privileged, but also for the marginalised, who are being historically excluded." The court observed that access to vital services such as healthcare, banking, and welfare schemes is now heavily dependent on digital platforms. It ruled that constitutional right to life under Article 21 must be interpreted in the context of modern technological realities. One of the PILs highlighted a case of Ms. Prasun, who in July 2023 was unable to complete the digital KYC process at a bank. The process required her to blink during a live photograph capture to prove she was present. Due to her injuries, however, she could not fulfill the requirement, adding insult, adding more trauma. Following public outcry, the bank eventually made an exception for her case. In its order, the court noted petitioners who suffer from acid attacks and blindness have been unable to complete the KYC process due to facial disfigurements. Constitutional provisions confer a statutory right on the petitioners to be accommodated. The bench issued 20 directions to the government to revise KYC procedures and make them accessible to people with disabilities and those facing unique challenges. It also emphasized the need to update digital systems in line with accessibility standards and inclusive design. Justice Pardiwala praised his colleague's ruling, calling it brilliant, as the court reiterated that bridging the digital divide is no longer a policy choice, but a constitutional obligation.